Hello, dear friends, how are you doing? The whole universe, hope everything is fine. I'm Rashman, who brings all the one experience, and we are near the pond. Wow, it is kind of created by people. They were doing kind of shoveling it, and it was kind of maybe 50 years ago or 100 years ago, long time ago, when all the universe created. But actually, universe created was created had a long time ago. But okay, it is here, and I wanted to share this place. Maybe you remember, familiar with this place if you was watching my videos for a while. And I want to say that I did today exercises, and yesterday did exercises, and one day before yesterday did, and long time ago I did too. Kind of, I already do this, and I want to say that my face kind of changed, and it is one thing. Another thing, my kind of mood changed in a good position, improved. Like I right now feel super energetic, and I want to say that my kind of legs, they started to be kind of active, more active and more energetic in terms of the kind of when previously, yes, let's compare some things. Previously, I was walking on stairs, yes, upstairs, and it was kind of nice to walk. I like to walk upstairs, but it was kind of a bit harder than now. Now it is kind of I can run it, and I can go further. I'm an Olympic Games champion, and something like this kind of feeling. I feel it, and I'm like Michael Phelps and going on my butterflies running upstairs, yes, and okay, and we are here, and I want to do some set. I wanted to say also that my speech changed a little bit, because previously I was doing a lot of kind of writing, typing, and things of this nature, and my speech became kind of mechanical. But it was with super kind of nicely words, with some of the kind of metaphors, kind of concatenation, contamination, incrementation, decrementation words, fancy words, yes, inside of it. But right now, because I do exercise, my speech started to be kind of energetic, and at the same time I kind of I don't want to say that I don't know how to speak, but my speech started to be not so fanciful. Yes, I can actually speak fancy, but previously it was kind of fully. Okay, it is another thing that I wanted to say, because when you do exercises, what do I think about when I do exercise? I think about counting. In most cases, kind of I count, or sometimes I don't count. I actually think about, I do right now this exercise, do this, and sometimes I speak inside of my mind, kind of, Igor, you can do this, go forward, let's go, and some words of this nature when I do exercise, because I started to do the more exercises. Previously, when I was kind of doing exercises, I do them, but right now I started to do them in a daily basis, and also 2 hours minimum. 2 hours minimum of daily exercises, and I found it really kind of you need to work and things of this nature, and I started to work out 2 hours. Previously I was working out for 1 hour, 1 hour and a half, and kind of without systematic more than 1 hour. Yes, sometimes it was more, but it was not systematic. Right now I do systematically 2 hours plus, and even in my kind of planner I have the goal kind of 2+ hours of today's workout, need to do this, and yes, and I found that first 5-6-7 minutes till 5-6-7 to 40 minutes, it depends. In most cases it is 5-6-7 minutes, or in other cases it could be 40 minutes. 5-6-7 or 40 minutes it takes to kind of get used to workout. I mean that if you did some exercises yesterday, then your muscles kind of maybe already improved, and you feel it how they improved. Yes, they are kind of Jesus Christ, I feel it inside my body. And but on another day you are doing exercises, and they are kind of Jesus, I can't do the full circle of it, and need to warm up for 5, 6, 7 minutes or 40 minutes. Today I did 40 minutes till I warmed up, because I needed to do this, because yesterday I did super nice workout of kind of super energetic I did, and without a lot of stretching, and more cardio yesterday I did without stretching. Okay, it was kind of I wanted to share it with you. One moment, there are people here, they are walking kind of Scandinavian walk. One moment, because I prefer to speak without when somebody is not see us. I mean that I like when people notice me, because I prefer when I don't actually disturb them with my thoughts and in another language, because they are different people. Okay, but some people like when they speak. I like when somebody is shooting video near me. Sometimes I wave to them when kind of when they shoot, and sometimes I even say, I remember one girl. It is walkie-talkie video, guys, till my phone will be full of storage. I think so. And I remember I've seen one girl, and she was doing TikTok dancing. And I noticed her, and I danced on the ground with her, and also I waved, and also I said to her that she did nice dance, by the way. She felt kind of maybe confused or something, but she liked it and she smiled. Maybe it is the same as I felt. Maybe if I will be in her situation, I imagine that I am in her situation and I am imagining it, and yes, I will be confused sometimes too, sometimes not, because I sometimes kind of do this in my mind. When somebody will be appeared, then I will say, oh, come here, everything is fine. But in most cases, maybe kind of 1 year ago, I could be confused in this types of situations when somebody is waving or something. Okay, about PhD thesis right now. I write it, and I did already nice work. I wrote 17 pages of nice and structured, kind of structured draft. Okay, one moment. Right now will be people here, and I will cross here first. One moment. Yes, we'll here. Okay, here we are, because there are people on the ground. They are kind of talking or something. Okay, and about PhD, I write it. 17 pages I did, and even more I want to say that I did 17 pages of the draft, that is structured draft. But in terms of the draft, I did kind of maybe 100 pages. How do I count? Actually, I do keyboard method practice. It is when I sit down and kind of write, think, and the process of Einstein goes in my mind. What do I mean by Einstein process? Einstein was kind of writing in his diary that he was walking and thinking, and for majority of people it is kind of not the progress, but in his mind it was the progress. And the same I do kind of typing, this kind of learning patterns of my mind going, and it is the same as speaking inside of your mind, yes? And sometimes you repeat some phrases, and you notice that you can repeat more than only one phrase. You can repeat kind of sequences of phrases, and it is kind of training. And it is the same as learning poetry inside of your mind. But actually the poetry you create by your own, and then you repeat it inside of your mind, and you repeat, and then you are familiar already with it. Wow. Even with the rhyme. repeat, and you are familiar with it. Okay. And okay, PhD, I do writing, and I think that I need to write 300 times 30 minutes of my PhD thesis, and I will be kind of already with it. I mean, 150 hours it will take to write the PhD for me, I think so. 150 hours, oh no, maybe more, 1,500 maybe. 1,500, I don't know fully, because I was counting one day and I noticed that it was 300 or 3,000. I mean 300 videos or 3,000 videos. 3,000 videos, I think so, because it is one PhD thesis. It is 250 pages. It means that you need to write 7 drafts. 7 drafts means that you need to write 7 times 250 pages. It means that you need to write 1,750 pages for drafts, and for the whole it will be kind of 2,000 words you need to write clean 250 words, kind of. Yes, it is kind of approximately saying. And 2,000 words you need to write about your topic. And how do you write it? You write it by typing and things of this nature. And what's my speed of typing? My speed of typing, it is 3,000 words per 30 minutes. 30 minutes, 3,000 words. And I said 2,000. 2,000 pages you need to write. 2,000 pages, guys, not words. 2,000 pages you need to write, and 2,000 pages. Yes, I said pages. 2,000 pages you need to write. 2,000 pages. It is 2,000 times 400. 2,000 times 400, because one page is 400 words in most cases for A4 format. And my speed of typing, let's calculate it with something. My speed of typing, 300 words, English words, because English words it is 4.9 symbols in one word, and in Russian 5.9. And 5 we will do rounding to 5 words. 5 words, it is 5 symbols, it is English word. Okay, one moment, I will calculate right now. One moment. I write 3,000 words per 30 minutes. Okay? Per 30 minutes. 3,000 divided by 400, it is 7.5. 7.5. Yes? 7.5 pages I write per 30 minutes. It means 15 pages I can write in 1 hour. 15 minutes of draft, real draft, super mega draft. 15 pages in 1 hour I can write. 15 pages, okay. Then we need to do dividing 2,000 divided by 15. It means 100. Yes. 100. 100, 103, 130, 140. Oh, kind of. Over here. Between 130 to 140, I think so, hours I need to invest to write PhDs. Kind of small, really. 130 to 150, because I already invested maybe more. Okay, it is writing process, but also learning process. Yes, guys, also learning process, because you need to invest time in learning too. Learning in terms of the need to know, and writing it will take 130, 150 hours. Yes, it is, guys, of real clear pure work, not like you sit down and you think, and because sometimes we think that I need 8 hours to do this work, but actually in terms of the pure work you invest 2 hours out of this 8 hours. I hope you understand that. Given one moment, some people here again. Given 8 hours, and you invest your productive hours, 2 hours out of this 8. Yes, and sometimes you think, I need 8 hours, but actually when I said 130, 150 hours, I said that it is super mega productive hours. So when you invest every second of it, not every second, every 2 seconds we'll call it, because sometimes it's kind of, you need to think what's the next word. Yes, and also need to learn vocabulary to write this 130 hours to 150 hours. Right now I learn vocabulary, I read books some 1000 pages books about neural networks, clustering, and about musical instruments too, because this kind of it's about everything, because it is application of the concepts that I do, concepts of clustering I do. It is kind of mathematical thing. I imagine the set. It is kind of cluster. What is the cluster? It is the group. In simple words, it is a group. Actually, all the words that are kind of fancy and others, they have concepts of real world with easy vocabulary. Really, it is why do scientists use fancy words? Because sometimes you need only one word to describe whole concept of things. I imagine that you live in one city, Oklahoma City, yes? I imagine that you live in Oklahoma City and you need to describe how to live in Oklahoma City, kind of, and you can say Oklahoma City process of living, yes? And you can describe everything by this word of Oklahoma City process of living, and or something like this. I don't know how to describe it. Okay, one moment. I imagine that you have the nice girl, by the way, and I imagine that you have the city, and you need to describe all processes inside of the city. It will take a lot to write, but actually you can write one only word to describe every process inside of the city. One moment again. Some people here. And you will use only one word, fancy word, like it could be 20 syllables in it. Not 20 actually, but it is exaggerating of what I'm saying. It is maybe 6-7 syllables word, yes, and you use it to describe all the process of different types of things that you meant. It is the same as formula. I imagine that you have mathematical formula and you don't describe formula fully, kind of all the kind of steps, algorithms. You use only one word and you meant it. And when I record videos on another channel, some people know Fiona, hello. And when I record videos on coding, I won't say full name because I keep it secret, and okay, I keep this channel secretive for everybody else. And when I say different types of concepts, kind of fastly, kind of AI, ML, NNGL, DNN, RNN, CNN, HN, KNP, LST, MAE, VAE, SAE, GAE, SOM, and others. It is the same thing. It is kind of the specific concepts that I mean. When I say guitar, actually everybody can imagine a guitar. And the same with this thing. It is the training of our mind to when I say something, then they have associations with it. The same when I say KNN, HNP, LSTM, and then I say CNN, you maybe will have the association with something else CNN, not the CNN that I meant of convolutional neural networks. You maybe have another one. Yes? Yes. If you're from another country. And even in Russia, I think so, they have some Russian language. What we are speaking about? No, we don't speak about. We speak about kind of things. We speak about musical instruments mostly, and public speaking. I like public speaking, by the way. Okay, what's more? PhD thesis. Yes, I write it. It's amazing. About exercise. I do them. It's nice. Also, about my knowledge of the world. It increases. It's good. It's nice. My knowledge of the world started to be kind of hugely increased. About English accent, I want to say. And because I do exercises, my English accent started to be not kind of disappear, but some articulations started to be changing, because when I do kind of I think in Russian when I do exercises in most cases. When I do kind of not the speaking inside of my mind, but doing some voices in terms of the, I imagine that you are kind of doing exhaling, inhaling, and others. I inhale and exhale in Russian. What do I mean by it? When I do exercises, actually, what do I mean by it? It is by saying inhaling, exhaling in Russian. I mean that my position of the tongue, position of the larynx, pharynx, and other parts of our face and embouchure here, yes, it is all constructed in terms of the Russian accent, because I have the habit of speaking Russian. It is my mother tongue, maybe, because I don't know, maybe I speak Elvish as mother tongue, but okay. Joking and kidding. And yes, and when I do kind of different types of sounds, they are I mean sounds of when you do inhaling, exhaling while doing exercises, they are kind of Russian sounds, not English one, because it is the natural reaction, maybe not natural, but learned by me in age of maybe 4, 5, 6, and when main concepts of the speech is created. Actually, we can change habits. It takes time, and if I will start right now, from now on, from this day, speak only in English for the period of 10 years, then my accent will be really like American English or British or another type of kind of European style of terms of the country so this. But also I learn other languages, and I learn I mean practice. I prefer use the word of practice, not learning too, but actually learning and practicing, because practicing it is more like doing process, not of the kind of watching. And I mean that it is more active process of okay, we'll use a combination of words. It will be active learning. I do active learning and practicing. And I also practice Indonesian, and this in terms of the pronunciation, it is almost like Russian with some sound, ng. And it is really with pronunciation like a Russian, almost. A little bit like a Russian, but with ng sound. It is kind of not Deutsch. Okay, it is Indonesian, guys. You can Google Indonesian people speak, and you will find that they speak almost like this way. And also the main difference between accent in Russian and English is in Russian we use more tough sounds in terms of the K. We use K, not K, kind of not super soft. But in English it is super soft. Okay, we'll go forward to our dreams, guys. Thank you for being here in Professor Daily. Go forward. Right now it's already kind of dawning. Yes. See you next time. You're a nice guy or girl. Go forward, do exercises, do something. Bendings, squats, push-ups, dips, and swim, breaststrokes, butterflies, crawl, flutter kicks use, and other things. And see you next time. You're a nice guy or girl. Hugging you. Bye.